This video breaks down what's actually working for immigration law firm marketing in 2026 and what no longer does. So I'm Ian Macy. For the past 6 years, I've helped immigration lawyers build predictable client acquisition systems. Many firms are still using outdated strategies that generate leads but don't generate cases. In this video, I'll show you the marketing channels and systems top immigration firms are using to grow consistently. So this is immigration law firm marketing. So what works in 2026? Obviously, online marketing is a lot bigger now. It's a lot bigger of a market, but the other thing, it's becoming a lot more competitive. So discover the automated strategies, AI tools, and content engines driving consistent growth for modern immigration practices. Stop guessing, start scaling. And big thing with this is just anything regarding marketing and sales and business, just focus on data, focus on that. So anyways, AI-powered client acquisition. So if you're actually running ads, having a consistent intake system is that, because one thing, like if you have a team, favoritism will eventually take over. They're going to start calling leads that submit certain information, that have whatever qualities that, are submitted at a certain time of day when they're available. There's always some factors there. So with the AI chat and, SMS, WhatsApp, so capture leads after hours, especially if you're doing social media, you can pretty simple to set up DM platforms. There's a lot of them out there. We have one if we want to reach out, just feel free to email or go to immigrationfinder.com. So second, smart qualification. So one thing, you can add a few questions to a quiz and just kind of screen whether or not the person's, like, we call it a marketing qualified lead, and just kind of determine a sales qualified lead. But just for example, if you're an immigration lawyer, ask if someone has a job offer, if they're from a national of a certain country, or if they're doing an E2, or if they, have whatever qualification. So that's that. You can also screen them on intent too, like, do you plan on filing a case in the next 3 months? And then what you can do is you can actually kick those people out of the ad process without telling the ad platforms that you're doing that. Secure and compliant. So built-in privacy safeguards. Make sure you have the right consent and everything. Obviously, there's a lot of laws around texting, and there's even more of them now. So one thing, automation with CRM. You can do a lot of automated lead scoring, drip sequences. That's when you send like emails, texts, and whatever sequences of automation. E-sign. I mean, make it really easy for people to work with you and get a hold of you. And also, after they sign up, make sure that's congruent too. Not that you have to answer every single call, the second the client answers if they have one question. But the thing is, just be available, or have a system that someone's available. So communication and routing. So one thing, make sure you have a good triage process. So Zapier, Make.com, CallRail. So track attribution. You can actually get a specific phone number per campaign if you want. So have one for your Google ads, have one for that. Sometimes there are software like CallRail that will actually swap out numbers on the website and make sure that it'll present the right data in there. So speed to lead, so sub 5-minute responses. So materially improved consult bookings, automate scheduling via Calendly, can do that. You can actually do this via chat. So if you have any type of texting, which you usually have a phone number or message platform, you can serve them a Calendly link and then get that booked. So KPI impact. So firms implementing a full AI stack see a 40% increase in conversion rates and significant reduction in administrative overhead. So that's a big thing there, making a big difference. All right. So on SEO, geo, and content marketing. So geo and voice search. So geo is geographic. It's like local. So topical authority. So build content around FAQs for AI. It's that's a lot of what's working there. Reddit and LinkedIn are the most searched platforms. So natural language. It's so the thing is just actually make it a real thing. SEO back when, I mean, some people used to just take a bunch of white text against a white page and then just put all their keywords there, and it would rank the site higher. Now Google's a bit smarter as far as that goes. And schema markups, use legal services, FAQ page kind of setups. That's a lot of what AI looks for, because that's what they want to do. They want to produce lists of simple to understand information. So video first strategy, even with our own ads. For example, recently I was looking back the data the last week. We're spending between like $22 and $40 per appointment booked, whereas before we were spending about $200. I don't think that'll last, but that's just an example of using video marketing instead of just stale images. It's definitely making a difference. And one thing, it's really easy to set this up now too. You can use AI to even do video if you're not into being on there. But also it builds a lot of trust. Like if you're watching this video and an immigration lawyer, you're probably getting to know me a little bit just from watching this. So personalization and UX. So dynamic content. So show specific calls to action based on visitor location. So one thing is you can cater a lot of this. I mean, one firm we work with, they actually make different landing pages for different countries they market in Latin America and around the world. And so language matching, so auto detect settings for different languages. I was just setting up a chatbot in Como recently, which is another tool, KLMMO. that actually has, you can auto detect, which language it's talking in. And so the programming's in English, but it'll speak in Spanish, or it'll write in Spanish. And mobile speed, so make sure your pages load fast. That's kind of the thing. That's, I mean, maybe if you're a company like Apple, people will wait for you. But for the most part, if you're marketing online, you're interrupting people's day. They're there to be entertained, to do whatever they're doing on the internet. Maybe they're out there searching for things, and they have it. So local and social visibility. So one thing, just look good online. Not that you need to have I mean, a lot of people start their businesses and like, oh, how would I do all this stuff other firms doing? Well, that firm has a budget for 10 grand a month for ads. And even if you have that budget, just remember you have to focus on where you're at right now. So one thing, just post weekly, Q&A seating, correct categories. So one thing, make sure you actually have everything listed. You can do a lot with the Google Business Profile, and it's a great way to do it. And a lot of people will actually call your business without even looking at your website if you have a good one there. So track calls and message directly from Maps. That goes back to having a separate phone number for this. You can have a phone number for your Google Maps to get that called in there. And then one thing, community and social. So you can really communicate online a lot with different forums. So if you're maybe starting out or you have someone in there, they can go in and actually go into these forums and then just communicate on your behalf. Let's say you have someone in the office, a social media assistant or something. They could go into Quora and Facebook and just message people in groups. We know a guy that could see 2 visas just from being in this like foreign investor groups. Really easy thing to do. And it's also how people network. People get to know each other like that. It's a really simple process, and most of them are free, is the thing. And it's immigration is a very search-heavy thing, especially business immigration. As far as people are generally going to do a lot of research beforehand. So one thing, get reviews. That's a big thing. One of the big things about getting reviews is you just have to ask for them, have good service. And the other thing, you don't have to wait until the case is won to get the review too. I mean, even if someone has a good consult for you, feel free to ask. And multi-language strategy. And note one thing about your site, there are a lot of laws about having it ADA compliant, so make sure and check that too. It's not on here. So dedicated Spanish refer pages, which with the right things on them. So WhatsApp is something you can put on there. You can put a little chat bubble on there just to chat general, and localized forms and intake questionnaires. But overall, the more reviews you get, the more social engagement, the more you put that on. You can post a little post to Google My Business, something you can do there. So that's that. As far as it goes, if you're wanting to get more of this integrated into your firm, feel free to reach out to us, Immigration Finder. You can email Ian at immigrationfinder.com or message us on the web, hire us or schedule an appointment with us at immigrationfinder.com/schedule. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit subscribe. Thank you.